Hello. So I'm actually rendering the video that you're seeing right now, which means I'll probably have to pause it to get the video that I'm shooting right now into it. So I'm finally using up some system resources. And I just wanted to share this new setup that I have over here because I actually modified this setup off camera, and I like to share everything with you guys. So it's nothing too fancy, I think. By not too fancy, I mean it's just supported on a stand here and two monitors stacked on top of these speakers, essentially. And I use two keyboards because I use one for work, and I like using macros because they help me get my work done. And I'm just using a standing stand over here. The swivels can't support the weight of the monitor, so if they weren't stacked on top of each other, they would quite literally sag down and probably fall over. Another thing that I did off camera, I actually got an Ender 3 V2 and I measured it completely out to fit it in this corner, so I got this corner table that I actually assembled. So I think the assembly time for this one is about an hour and a half to 3 hours, so we're going to get that in a future video, and it should be pretty fun. I got filament here for test prints, and otherwise we could get back to this video because I have to pause it to enter this new footage. Bye-bye. Hello. Welcome to Motivate My Life, where I put stuff on the internet in order for me to motivate myself to do things. I think the main question now is this going to be my main unboxing table now? Could be. I have another table in the closet, so I might use that. But let's get one of these box cutters. Which way do I want to tackle this? Like here. Side too. Before we unlock my prize yet. There it is. This is going to be a fountain faucet. The picture is completely different than what I expected, so let's hope the faucet looks more accurate. Oh, let's see if it is. Oh yeah, it definitely is. I think it looks pretty nice. It does come with a bracket. Okay, all our prayers are answered, even though we weren't really praying for it. Okay, so now I guess we're choosing tools to do this with. I'll need some wrench things, but I do have a toolbox, or a set I should say, that I use normally when I'm stuck. Oh, it actually tells us what sizes we need. Just kidding, they would never print that because that would be too convenient. Okay. I don't actually know if the tool I'm looking for is in here, but it usually is. Now, if I find this, I will give the link to it. But I had kind of a negative experience buying this because I bought this and it took like 2 months for it to get here. I think it was lost in shipment. It was on Amazon, but the shop was Walmart, I think. So, who really knows? But it's a really nice tool set. I use this every time I'm stuck. It just seems to have a little bit of everything. Like even these. So here's the tools we're probably gonna use. I'm gonna open these up. We'll see exactly what sizes we need. I guess I just start randomly picking wrenches. Small. What are the odds I get it second time? Not very high, apparently. But I am really close. This one's a 15. Actually, it's. I don't even know. Nope. Even bigger. Okay, well, this is the biggest one I have, hopefully. I do have a ratchet here. I'm not really sure if that's what it's called, but... Oh, wow, it happens to be the 5/8 one. Cool. That's what we're going to use. I think this one, whatever comes here, could be hand tightened. We're going to bring this to the work area. I might just preemptively take these pliers, because everyone needs pliers and these just in case. Alright, let's go up there. Let me not forget. And we're dealing with sink stuff, so odds are I'll have to catch water, so this is what I'm going to use. Alright, this is the sink we're going to be replacing. Probably saw this sink in my last video. I mean, if you watched the last video, I'm not really sure if I'm getting any views. I'm really doing this for myself. I'm going to be using this headlamp over here. I'll actually link this as well. This headlamp has been really good. I've had a really positive experience with it. I think they underreport the battery life, because I've used this for weeks at a time, and it never really died on me. I just kind of charge it every 2.5 weeks, so I'm not really sure what the battery life is. I use it for like an hour and a half at a time, so I'm really not sure. It runs on magic and hopes and dreams. That's pretty decent lighting too. Like that. That's bright. I normally keep it on setting 1. That's probably why I get such good battery life. Alright, this is where the sink stuff is going to happen. I've never actually done any of this before, so we're going to be experiencing this together. I think what I do, of course my lines aren't labeled hot and cold, so I have almost no idea which ones they are. So I'm going to place the bowl here, and I think I have to turn it which way? Probably this way. But can't really tell. Alright, well, it turned that way. Now I have no idea if this was hot or cold. So what I'm actually going to do is I'm going to run the sink a little bit and see if I lost cold or hot. I think that might be cold, but I'm not sure. So let's find out. Okay, let's see if we lost cold or hot. Now, this this would be a good indicator if I remembered if right was cold or hot. So we're just gonna do this one. We're gonna see if it gets cold or hot. And it is getting hot. Yes, hot. So that one was cold. We're about to shut off hot. That's good to know. So by process of elimination, this one is hot. And this one's actually turning multiple times. Hopefully it doesn't fucking bust in my face. Alright. Let's try to run it. See if we get anything. Uh-oh, it's still going. So, gotta do it a little more. It's still going a little bit. I don't know how much I have to twist it. It's still kind of dripping, which isn't a good sign at all. Can I turn this anymore? I could use one of these towels that I have here. Problem solved. I think it actually turned a little bit. I didn't expect it to turn. I thought I was wasting my time. Okay, now it's not going at all. So now, let's start with the cold. So let's do this. Probably need my wrench. Let's see if the pliers are good enough. I think I just have to twist this off. This is probably the right direction. Now, do I know for sure? No. I wonder if I need to go fetch the wrench. I'm gonna go fetch the wrench. Be right back. I actually just remembered that we picked out a wrench already. Yeah, this one's right. So I think left is loose. At least that's the way it should be. I haven't even looked up over there to see what I'll need to do this. Just hope I'm doing it right. If I fuck up, no sink here. Well, until I fix it, I guess. I don't really
know anybody else that's a handyman except my father, but his time is valuable. So I don't want to bother him with this unless I really need to. Oh man, it's not unscrewing. I mean, it is unscrewing, just not with my hands. Okay, now it's unscrewing. Now, is it going to pour water? Wow, not really, no. Okay, so now we're going to get the hot one. Hot one. It's like it fucking burst in my face. That's honestly what I expect. I never do this. I'm gonna get practice doing this. I mean, I bought 3 sinks. I also bought 2 projectors. I've been kind of using one as a home theater in my bedroom, but we got to get those mounted on the ceiling. So that will be a separate video on its own. I've also been getting a lot better sleep. I got something called a CPAP machine, and it's just because I snore a lot. You know, I'm a little fatty, and I've just been waking up so rested right now. I even had the motivation to redo my computer setup. I think that's mostly what it was. I was just too exhausted to do things, and water is leaking out of there a little bit. But I think that's expected because we unscrewed the hot water when we did the test up there. So I'm really hoping the water that's leaking isn't coming from down here, it's coming from the hose. So, fingers crossed that I'm right. Alright, it's coming from the hose. Actually, no, it's coming from the pipe as well, a little bit. Not a lot, which tells me I could turn this a little more. That's as much as it's gonna turn. Alright, no leaks. I'm gonna lean in for a better view of what we're dealing with here. Looks like we got the hot and cold, but that's all gonna come out of one tube, and we got this fucking thing. What is this thing? I don't know. It might be, actually I have no idea. It's connected to here though. Huh. So I'm gonna unscrew the big boy here. The plastic big boys. Or should I even start with the hose maybe? I think it'll be easier if I do the hose. Oh, I'm trying to imagine it. Yeah, hoses will be the easiest. Okay, so that's what I'm gonna do. Now, I'm hoping to unscrew the hoses. I can just use the same wrench that I used down there. Fate is not smiling on me right now. Yeah, that's much bigger. Oh, this is why we got the variable one. I say fate, but fate has nothing to do with it. It's about my selections. A little bit. Wonder how many things I'll break today. Alright, so now here. And now we screw this in a positive way. That didn't go much at all. How am I gonna get this to go? Wonder if I could just put on gloves and get this fucking little plastic shit. If I could just unscrew that, that'd be the easiest. But I'm trying to imagine, like, how am I gonna take this off? This is tricky. For me, at least. I don't even know what it is. It's some sink part, that's all I could tell you. Alright, well, let's put on gloves and try to take off these plastic bits. So I figured out what that middle thing is. Kind of had an epiphany while looking at my sink there. So it's actually the drain control. You know, like the thing that lifts up and down to either clog or unclog the drain. Unfortunately, I kind of looked at my new sink. I think we're going to lose that functionality. So there's that. Is this new sink worth putting in? I'd say yes. Even if I can't really clog the drain, I think it is worth it. So that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put it in. Even if it isn't, maybe I'll buy a new sink in a few months. But with that functionality. Oh wow, gloves make it so much easier. What if I use the pliers instead of the variable wrench? Now the pliers won't work. I'm already looking at it. I gotta make this variable wrench work for me. This is gonna fucking hurt me. It's saying like, oh, this can't hurt you. Yeah, it can. Alright. What are the odds I crack my rib if I lay in a weird position? To none, I've included, so I'm going to risk it. Alright. One. I'm just gonna do one little revolution at a time, I guess. Righty tighty, lefty loosey. Will that work here? To be honest, I have no fucking idea. Boy, I'm gonna be so goddamn sore tomorrow. This can't be the right way. People change sinks all the time. I've never seen them struggle like this. Maybe they just... Okay. That felt like it tightened it, not loosened it. I don't know if it's tightened or loosened. Which is fucking terrifying me. Yeah, I'm definitely only doing one sink tonight. Of course I'd be doing it wrong. Why wouldn't I be doing it wrong before? This is the part people cut out. Why would I cut it out? I want you guys to suffer with me. Oh, time to take it out. Oh, beautiful. Gotta clean this area a bit. Look how dirty that was. Shit, it's so hard to see that part. Glad I'm getting this replaced. I might start recording this with a lower quality camera that has a lot of battery life. Because I don't really expect many people to see this. And it's becoming quite an inconvenience, so we'll see. We're going to put on the bracket. I have no idea why this bracket came with a fucking cum stain on it right here. But I'm going to clean that up. Of course, I don't have my sink to do it, so baby wipes will do. Wish I didn't cum on it before shipping. Oh, I think this is paint. What the fuck is it doing on my product? I honestly, I don't even feel like sending it back. That probably would be the best choice. Don't be me. Get exactly what you want. What are the odds somebody will go to my house and go, I noticed that little stain you have on your glass. Not very high for my home, so. One of the things that I don't like about the instructions is it doesn't directly say which one is hot and which one is cold. So this is confusing for me. Hopefully it's straightforward, because it shows hot and cold here. Hopefully it's just parallel down over here. I'm really hoping that's the case. Otherwise, this is going to look pretty. Alright, instructions say. Here's the instructions. They go in. So first they want me to put in the ring into here, but I'm not even sure what they mean, unless they mean this. Time to assume things. The instructions are kind of not that great. I don't know why it would be here. Oh, they probably want me to put the O-ring in here. Of course, all of this is coming dirty. I have no idea what the factory conditions are. Now, how am I going to screw in the hot and cold in here? I'm really hoping it'll be easy. Screw it in this part.
I got the hoses in here, got the O-ring, I'm reinstalling the O-ring. Okay, so now I should put it in to the hole. And then, of course, on the picture the hoses look different, but I'm just going to trust this is right, which you should probably never do. I think we have to do. So we go under here, and then this goes under this part, then I screw this part in. Now I'm not sure which way, because it doesn't say in the instructions, but one of the ways. And then I screw this part in, and that should securely mount that. So I'm gonna do that part really quick. There it is. I installed the hoses. Now everything should work. It is kind of loud when you put it here. When you put it like this, though, it is. I think I'm gonna turn the water pressure down, just because it looks a little bit too powerful. So I don't know what to do about this. How loud it is over here. Once you put it up, it's okay. I kind of like the Waterfall a little more. I still think it's a little too powerful though. Oh, let's see if it's too much. We're doing the hand test. You know what? Now it's perfect. I really like this sink. Good investment. It was like $30. Alright. Well, it probably wasn't much compared to, I don't know, usual people, usual productivity, but it was for me. So that is all in Motivate My Life. Until next time.